people joke about that you could just fill it with fuel and fly it forever, but yeah, they do require maintenance.
Basically, these are all certificates for all of our mechanics. They go through certain training in that. Most of them are A&P mechanics, which is an airframe and power plant license.
The biggest thing that A&P is taught in school, is that you have limitations. And so you either go find somebody that has done it before, and you don't stop until you find the proper information to do a job. And so I guess that's kind of challenging. You don't just automatically do it or whatever. Troubleshooting is an art. So take a problem and find it in the least amount of time, identify it and fix it.
We start at usually 7 in the morning. Our day's over at 4.
Well, I get up in the morning around 7:30 and go and either get my boys dropped off or go pick up my boys every other week. And in the summertime, I have them until I come to work at 2:30. And during school, I see the youngest is the middle child is off to middle school, so I don't see him anymore. But the youngest, I have him over for about an hour, getting ready for school, feeding breakfast. Maybe try and catch a nap and do whatever it is I do at home. Surf the computer, do home projects, garden, whatever. Now, then you come into work, you kind of don't know what you're going to do, and that's the exciting thing. I liken the inspections of airplanes to taking all the tires and the brakes and taking, all the filters and everything off your car every 400 miles or 500 miles or something, in the Learjets, there's 300, 600, 1,200, and 2,400 hours. Every 300 hours, you look everything over. Every 600 hours, you look everything over again, and you look over a few more things. Every 1,200 hours, you look everything, progressively up. Each time you're doing a little bit more involved inspection.
The FAA can come in here any day, anytime they want, see what's going on, inspect, any of our records or, whatever they want to do. A lot of them, have kind of their own niche in that, but pretty much everybody's cross-trained to do whatever they need to do. I think about the average in mechanics-wise here is about 8.5 to 9 years.
When we get a part in, we'll make sure that the part matches the serial number and the description, and that it looks like there's no damage to it, and that the company that did the work on it is on our approved vendor list. And that's what we would do. We would find out what's broken, look up that we have a serviceable part to replace it with, and the proper information and test equipment or whatever equipment we would need to install and check it, and then we would change it. It's actually quite a responsibility. Pretty much if it's in or on the airplane, it falls on us.
At any time, we take parts from one airplane, put it on another. We have complete tracking of where the part came from, how much time it has on it. That's part of my job. I have to track all the parts for the airplanes, what's good, what's bad, what we can and can't use. Things
leak here and there, and the idea is just to look at it and find them and fix them. With experience and learning the art of troubleshooting, it's ways to make that happen quicker. Loading
and unloading it's a portion of it, but that's kind of the bread and butter too. Putting in 1,000 gallons of fuel in an airplane day after day, that starts adding up.
Kalitta Air is a fleet of about 12 Learjets and 7 Falcons, and the Falcons are used for freight. The Falcons also can be set up with just the courier seats, and they can be used for secured cargo that needs a courier with it, so they could load their bank checks or whatever it might be, because I've seen all sorts of different type of freight, and anything from automotive wiring harnesses to, like I said before, the whale. If it fits and it's not hazmat and it's safe, well, then we can fly it basically. We do prisoner transfers in air ambulance.
Our air ambulance deal is just like somebody calling up for freight, either a hospital or somebody's going to call in and say, hey, we need an air ambo trip from point A to point B, and it could be anywhere from a neonatal deal for a baby to an elderly person or whatnot.
Our company has we do it for money, but it's almost kind of a privilege to bring the HRs, the heroes, the fallen soldiers, back to their home state in a much more dignified way. And in addition to being, an honor, it's important that we complete that mission for the company. It's an important obligation for the company. We have a zero fail record with those missions, and for those planes to stop here sometimes, with an issue or whatever. So we try to get them fixed as soon as we can, be it on their way out or on their way back to Dover. We fixed them before. I guess just like what I said, it's important to the company, and the dignified transfer is a pretty big deal. We're kind of the only people in the country doing that, and so we consider it an honor. So that's why it's important to us.